Boys, girls, weebs of all ages and all races and all species. It is your homie, not iMaster, back again. We are here again, and you guys notice it's Thursday, and boys, y'all know what happens on Thursdays. Yo, what is up, guys? It's your homie, not iMaster, back again for another YouTube video. On today, boys, we are here officially for the official day of the anime block. The first video that you guys saw went up today was Konosuba, and I talked about that for the first episode of the anime block. That was scheduled for last week, but it ended up going up today, and I made that video yesterday on Wednesday, and today is Thursday, and I'm making a video for this Thursday. Like, if it makes sense, I recorded the Konosuba video last night. Okay, that video is supposed to be for last Thursday. I made that video to make up for last Thursday's anime block, and then we got today's anime block to stay on track with how the things have been getting out. But boys, today we're gonna talk about the anime Trinity 7. And before we talk about Trinity 7, welcome to the anime block. Now, boys, we're gonna talk about one of my favorite animes, the anime Trinity 7. Yeah, boys, Trinity 7, banger show. Flames. It's been about 3 years since it came out. And boys, for the people that click on this video, I wanted to know the information about season 2, because I will put in like the tag and stuff like that, like the Trinity 7 season 2 and stuff like that. Trinity 7 season 2 has been confirmed, boys. Yes, season 2 comes out this year. I remember the date by heart already. It will come out April 11th of 2019. I put it on my Instagram. I posted it on Twitter. Like, I can't even make this up. If I can find a picture and put it on the screen, I will at some point. But boys, there will be a second season to finally come out. It says, and I have read it from this website, confirmed from Crunchyroll and stuff. It says the release date is finally scheduled, and the premiere of the new season will be on April 11th of 2019. The show had a lot of fans, but the reasons why there was a long wait between two seasons is because of the manga. There weren't enough chapters to make another season, so they had to wait for 3 years before making season 2 and more. So to keep Trinity 2 going, the manga had to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to get more chapters for the manga. So since we got the source material, now we can animate this shit. And if we keep supporting the source material, they gonna keep animating this shit. And Trinity 7, I do love Trinity 7, so that's why we're here to talk about it, boys. We gonna get to the plot of Trinity 7, and starting off with the summary. We are following the sins: pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed, gluttony, lust. These are the 7 sins laid upon 7 girls who rule over the Biblia Academy. To retake his world, the boy decides he must control these sins. The boy Arta Kasuga has had the world he knows by a mysterious collapse phenomenon, and his cousin Hidri disappears into another dimension. To understand the collapse phenomenon and win back his cousin, he comes to Biblia Academy. There he finds the 7 girls and their sins. Arta. We're going to start off with the main character, protagonist Kun. We talk about the main characters and their themas. And themas, if you guys aren't familiar with Trinity 7, thema is like the magic or the sins. So we just went over the sins and what they are, and I have a list for each character and their sins. And now we start off with Arta. Arta Kasuga, protagonist Kun. He is a man of culture. Arta is probably my top 5 like favorite male characters or male protagonists like all time now, because he is a man of culture. He might be a perv, but hey, he keep it 1,000. Like, my man is just like, hey, I like boobs over butts. Like, or he was like, hey, you probably look better if your boobs are a little bit bigger. Like, my boy is a man of culture. He be keeping it real. Keeps it real. Moving on. So Arta Kasuga. Alright, I have him listed as protagonist. Kun says the demon lord of the Superbia Archive, and he possesses the ability to nullify and copy magic. And I have in parentheses, he is OP as fuck. This ability already allows him to be like the strongest character in the series, or have the most potential in the series, just because of the sheer fact that he can nullify and copy magic. All the other girls are stuck and have one specific magic ability, and since Arta has the ability to nullify that magic, which can make them weaker, and also take it and learn it, he's pretty fucking cool. And if you guys have noticed in anime and stuff like that, every anime character or every really OP or really clutch anime character has a fucking Sharingan. Like, taking it back to my boy Kakashi. Kakashi, it wasn't Uchiha, but he was blessed, and he ended up obtaining the Sharingan. He was known as the copy ninja because he copied thousands of abilities and thousands of jutsus, and he's pretty OP in a sense because he knows all these abilities. That's why he's one of the most skilled ninja in the Elite Village. But that's getting off Trinity 7 boys. Are we on to the next character? We got Hidri Kasuga, protagonist Kun's cousin. And in parentheses, the plot device. She is literally the reason why Arta has to go to the academy and like figure out what the fuck is going on because of the collapse phenomenon and like the world breaking apart and everything like that. He has to go to the school. And that brings us to the next character, Lilith. Lilith is like a teacher at school. She's also the same age as Arta, or not that much older than Arta. I'm pretty sure she's like the same age or whatever. She's like 17, 18, something like 16, 17, 18. She's around that age. You know, high school setting, high school anime. This is how it usually goes. And her theme is Luxuria, in parentheses. This is also known as Lust. And she has creation magic using outer alchemic, which means she can like make weapons. So she can make like a sniper rifle or something like that, but with her magic powers, she's the only one that can use the sniper rifle. Like she would make the ammunition for the sniper. Like if she wanted to get like a direct target and use like a shotgun or something like that, she can make the shotgun, but she would be the only person to be able to use it. Like someone could pick it up. Like there was a scene in the anime where Arta actually picked up the gun, but he couldn't shoot it because Lilith is the only one that can use the gun. But then Arta copied the magic and he used a fucking gun of himself and he used his own magic and he was able to use the gun, obviously because he's OP as fuck and he's protagonist cool. But that's Lilith. Then we got the next character, Arn. She looks very similar to Hidri. Like they literally look identical. Like it's not even like they look identical, is that one is usually like smiling and the other one is like really monotone. And Arn is like a pretty funny character. She like just doesn't care. She'll like walk in the boys' bathroom butt naked and be like Arta would be in there like taking a bath or something like that, and Arn would just walk in and be like, hey, what's going on? Like she's super monotone. She just doesn't really care about stuff. Which is, I mean, she's a funny character. I do like her character. And she has Ira, aka Wrath, and she can use like chaotic spells, like spells of destruction and stuff like that. She's pretty strong. She's pretty strong. Then we got Levi Kazuyama, and her magic or her theme is Nvidia, and aka Envy, and she's also the ninja. This is my favorite character in the show by far because like Levi is just a badass. Like every character with the name Levi is just a fucking savage. Attack on Titan. What's the other anime? Fucking Trinity 7. Like bro, there are so many anime characters named Levi and they just all happen to be fucking savages. And she has the and her Nvidia, since she's like very envious of like things and stuff like that, she like doesn't really expect things out of others, so she expects a lot out of herself. But she's a fucking ninja, so she's very like. She's like at like the top of her class, and everyone in the Trinity 7, like everyone is at the top of their class or like the top of the charts when it comes to what they do. That's why they're actually in the Trinity 7, because they're the best of the best at what they do. So for each theme or like magic, they are literally like the top of the class, like top of the school when it comes to this stuff. And I believe Levi is actually the second strongest person in the world or something like that. Like, she's pretty OP, and like the fight scenes she has and stuff like that, she's pretty dope. I mean, when it comes to like the school and stuff, like her ranking, I'm pretty sure like they state at some point, or she states that she's like the second strongest or like the third strongest. It's something like that. She's in top 5 for sure though. Ninja is pretty damn strong. She's skinny, she's a lolly. She's small, but hey, she will cut your fucking throat. Like, don't even get it twisted. Then we got Mira Yamada, and her theme is Lucia, aka Justice, and she is basically like the hard counter for Artus. Like Arta has like this destructive magic where like he could literally like destroy like all of existence itself, or like just the worlds itself because of like his magic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his existence, it's on like a universe scale. He's pretty fucking stupid. Like, and if his emotions like break out of control and stuff like that, or his magic breaks out of control, like the dimensions could be like in fucking chaos or in shock, and they could really be in fucking trouble because of him. And so her magic is like Justice. She is also on like the student security staff and stuff like that. She's like head of it. And she's pretty dope. She's pretty strong, and she like blatantly says like a lot in the series. She's like, if you ever get out of control, I'm gonna take you out immediately. Like she's on that shit. Like I mean, you warm up to her. At first, she's like a bitch character, but I mean, you start to warm up to Mira. You got Akio Fuda, and her theme or magic is Gullah, aka Gluttony, and basically she just gets like very like she gets major physical like enhancements. Like she becomes like super strong. Like she like states like in the series that like there's a point in the series when she's about to kill Arta. Spoiler, by the way. There's she like she has no choice, and she like basically says, "I'm about to kill you," and she was going to like kick his fucking head off. Like she's just strong. She doesn't use weapons or anything. She just makes herself like very fucking strong. So she's pretty basic, but I mean physical strength for a girl, I guess. But I guess that's something. But she's like really strong though. Like it's kind of insane how amped she is. Then we got Yui Kurata, and her magic is Avarita, aka Greed, and she uses song magic to like control people. So like I believe there's like one episode when she's like singing, and like she like based on her emotions, she's one of the most dangerous people in the Trinity 7. I know you guys are like probably hearing and you'd be like singing like yo that's like nothing, but no, she can like literally like stop time with like singing and shit like that. It's pretty off the charts. Like they have to go to like the basement of like the school and stuff like that, and then they're like, this is the dream dimension and all this other shit. And then Yui has herself. She has like an older version of herself in the dream dimension. Then in the normal world, she looks like kind of younger, I guess. It's pretty different. Trinity 7 is pretty deep. It's pretty deep anime. We got Liza Let Sherlock, and this is lit. Oh my god, I forget her name. But this is like the journalist girl's like sister. She's a twin. She has a twin. And they look just alike, except one has bigger boobs, obviously, because this is like it's just anime. One gotta have big boobs, one gotta have small boobs. And she has the big boobs, and her her magic or her theme is Acedia, aka Sloth, and she has like time warp, and she can like jump and like teleport, and she's pretty damn fast. Basically, she can like be in like one place, then snap to another one. Basically, she has like instant transmission or like instantaneous movement. She can just basically like time warp, and she also can like trap people in other dimensions and create a dimension on some like JoJo's Bizarro type shit. Like she's like the only one that can move. She can force you to stop, and yeah, it's pretty dope because at one point there she like tries to trap Arta, and she makes like the entire world like stop, and like she's the only one that can move. But she can control who she wants to move or what she wants to move and what she wants to stop and what she wants to move. Like, it's pretty insane. And then finally, the final character we have on the list for the main characters, we got the girl Sora. This is Arta's Lolly Grimoire that can turn into a human and is DTF. Like, Sora is like, Sora is the book around Arta's neck. That is his Grimoire. She talks, but she also has a humanoid form. Sora is pretty old, but, I mean, Sora also takes, like, the body of, like, undeveloped like 16-year-old, and Sora says it many times. She's like, "Master, I can please you if you want me to." And he's like, "Damn, for real?" And then like they'll be in the middle of it, and she's about to be like, "Yes." She'd be like, "I was about to ride my master, but you interrupted." And I'm just like, bro, it gets pretty wild. And then we got the author, Kenji Sato, and this man, he's also a man of culture. The character designs flawless. The story, Trinity 7 gets pretty fucking in-depth, and this anime block is actually longer because of the fact that there is like so much to explain. I could go into detail, like further depth of these characters. If y'all want me to make like a deeper video on it, I can, and that video will obviously be longer, but this is just for anime block, and I try to keep these videos about 10 to 15 minutes and give my thoughts on them and give you guys a breakdown of all the characters. But since there are like technically like 9 main characters, this one had a lot to go in. Since they all have specific abilities and they're all specific sins and can do certain things, this one took a little longer to make. So if you guys did enjoy this, please drop a like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the author, and my personal rating for Trinity 7, I'll say it's about 7.9. 8 out of 10. It's not nothing like super extreme. The animation is pretty good. The fights can get off the charts. Like Ninja, when she fights, like when Levi fights, she throws down. But when the others fights, I mean, so far in the anime, I mean, it's pretty basic. But I read some of the manga. I've been reading some of the manga and stuff like that. So the manga, it steps up. And if season 2 is going based off the source material, then boys, we are in for one. And yes, boys, season 2 should come out, unless Crunchyroll like does some rescheduling or something like that. Season 2 should come out April 11th of 2019. Mark my words, your boy gave you the information. April 11th, April 11th, April 11th. Keep that in your mind. But I'll say Trinity 7, 7.9, 8 out of 10. It's a pretty solid show. One of my favorite shows. And should you watch this show dubbed or subbed? I would say both. Because, I mean, you can watch it subbed, watch the first season subbed if you prefer the Japanese, and then if you want like a funnier version that you can understand and can like be on your phone and just watch or do whatever you want to, then watch it dubbed. But boys, that is gonna be it for this episode of the anime block. This one was longer because there are obviously more characters, more stuff to go over, and this anime is way more in depth than Konosuba. obviously. But, boys, if you guys did enjoy, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new for more of this stuff. If you guys want to hear me talk about more Trinity 7 in the future, comment down below, and I'm going to see you guys later. Peace out, everybody. Yo, yo, yo. Before you go, always remember, hentai is amazing.
Anime bitches, I look at her titties, then I take her home and we count up these 50s. I come to your city, I sneak in your chimney, I tickle her kidney, and then I watch Disney. I love me some hentai, I go on next videos. Bitch, I'm D-Bang, stick my dick in your Cheerios. Bitch, I'm D-Bangs, I might fuck my computer. I whip on my dick, then pull up on my shoe.